Ladies and gentlemen, a new release day, which is muy bien excelente, as they say. Um, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for today's stream, which is the premiere of Rage 2. I'm hoping this game ends up being good. The next outing from id Software / Bethesda, because Bethesda owns them. And also, I believe Avalanche Studios designed some of the game while id Software worked on some of the game. It was kind of like a split effort. And we've been hearing a lot about Rage 2. Recently we've been seeing tons of gameplay and trailers and the like. Lots of PR, lots of, hype around it. And finally, today is the day. The day that we get to check out Rage 2 firsthand, everybody. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. Being quite honest with all of you, Rage 1 had a lot of hype behind it and was pretty underwhelming. I actually thought Rage 1, the gunplay itself was fun, but I felt that the game was too repetitive, too much of a grind of the same kind of fights over and over, and didn't really add much. Which I know sounds weird, because usually with id Software, whenever they put out a game, like think Doom or think Wolfenstein, usually their franchises end up being pretty unique and interesting. And you say, wow, that really added to the first-person shooter genre in some way. But Rage just didn't seem like it did to me. Now, keep in mind, Rage is pretty old. This was a game that I played a long time ago, and a lot of things have changed since then. First-person shooters are really no longer very prominent anymore when you really think about it. Well, you get like one or two big ones a year, and that's it, if that. Back when Rage 1 came out, it was the era when there was a million first-person shooters every year. So a lot has changed over the last, 7, 8 years or something like that? I'm trying to remember exactly when Rage 1 released. So, yeah. The bottom line is that I'm excited for Rage 2. I want to see what it is. Now, the truth of the matter is, I'm going to be very skeptical. I'm not going in here with fanboy glasses, even though I am a big fan of id Software games. I want to be honest about it, so we'll see what I actually think about the game as we play it. And quite frankly, what I think about Rage 2 will determine how much I play it. And what I mean by that is, some people have said that the main story of the game is only about 10 hours long, and you can beat the game in around 16 hours if, even doing side content. So that's 4 major streams. Well, if I play this once or twice and we're kind of getting bored of it already, then I have the ability to switch it up and do something else and go back to it later, which is perfectly fine. But if I'm really digging it and I want to keep playing it like crazy this week, I have the capability of doing that as well. So we'll see on the fly here, as time progresses over the week, how good it actually is and how much you guys are liking watching me play it, etc. And we'll go on from there. Okay? So, that being said, Rage 2's premiere right now, 4+ hours of gameplay on this first gameplay stream of the game, and let's see how it turns out. Alright. Tonight, my late stream will be Minecraft. It was supposed to be that yesterday, but on the fly, I felt like doing MLB instead. Quite frankly, MLB worked out really well last night. People were having a lot of fun. It was a very chill vibe, and it ended up being good, in my opinion, so I'm actually glad I played MLB last night. So tonight will be Minecraft. 2 hours of Minecraft, where what I'm going to be attempting to do is set up the existing old-style village with villagers in it that I found, in my ongoing run of Minecraft, and I'm going to try to change that into a modernized version of a town. Meaning what I'll probably do, number one, is try to build defenses around the town so that the town cannot be attacked. Number two, I'll try to repair it, because I know there's holes and stuff in the town that I could probably fix. And I'm going to try to build the workbenches that allow the new villager types to now do their work and level up and do things properly, which they can't do right now because they don't have the workbenches. So tonight it's going to be all about the village, and we'll see how that goes. All right, we'll see how that goes tonight. Tomorrow will be more Rage 2. All right, so I am definitely 100% playing Rage 2 2 days in a row. And then tomorrow night, which is Wednesday night, I'll be doing Black Ops 4 Blackout Battle Royale. Okay, my Battle Royale session for the week. Thursday is up in the air. Thursday I will either do more Rage 2 if I'm actually liking the game, But if I'm not, or maybe I just want to take a break from it for a day, instead we'll do something else, and I'm strongly leaning towards a stream of Days Gone, because I'm very close to the end from what people are telling me, like probably one more session and I will defeat the game. So maybe Days Gone is the main stream on Thursday if Rage 2 isn't cutting the mustard. Alright, and then on Thursday night, also up in the air, let's see, maybe it'll be Rage 2, maybe it'll be some Mortal Kombat 11. You know, I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll see. Then on Friday, it's my day off. And I know usually I don't have Fridays off, but Friday is my day off for the week. All right. So that should be, you know, good. And then I'm back on Saturday. And again, what we do this weekend will be strongly determined by how you guys like and how I like Rage 2. Okay. But yeah, the whole point here is to try to finish up Days Gone and, you know, continue on with Rage 2, maybe even finish up Rage 2, you know, over the next week. Now, there's another game that came out today, all right? And I believe it's called A Plague Tale. I did not get it. It's a $40 release, and the reason I didn't get it is twofold. Number one, because I watched the trailer for this game, and I can't make heads or tails of what the game is. It seems like it could be gothic horror. It seems like it could be a puzzle game. It seems like it could be a stealth game. I can't really tell from the trailer. I can't make out what exactly the gameplay elements are. And if that's the case, I don't know if I'm going to even like the game. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Number two, it is a $40 release, and right now I am monstrously strapped for cash. Like, just being honest with all of you, the only reason I could afford Rage 2 last night is because I had just enough tips after the MLB stream ended to buy the game. So luckily I didn't have to put it on a charge card, which was good. But I just barely afforded it by like $1. I'm not even kidding. I had just enough. So I don't really have money for this stuff right now. Maybe later on in the week, I'll see what happens with Rage. We'll see what happens with everything else. And maybe like by this weekend, if things have calmed down, if I beat Days Gone, or if Rage 2 is near its end and we need another game to get into the mix, then I would consider getting A Plague Tale. But at this point, I can't just go frivolously. Boy, I couldn't say the word. I can't just frivolously buy that game like that, not knowing, number one, you know, if I'm going to have time to play it, and number two, if anyone's going to be interested in it. You know, if anyone actually really likes that game and wants to maybe donate it, great. Then I can tell you I will definitely play it because it's intriguing to me. I have no idea what kind of a game it is from the trailer. But let's see what happens this week. Okay? Alright, so that's the deal, guys. It looks like we dropped a ton of subscribers right now out of nowhere, which sucks, because we were so close to hitting the goal. But I guess that's what happens. I guess we must have had an influx of subs one morning, like a month ago. So, anyway, I will get to that soon, okay? Alright, so outside of all that stuff, guys, there is a new emote that is not added yet. It's actually my own custom frog emote. I really wanted to have this ready for today's stream. Sadly, it didn't come together. Basically, I got a few versions of it yesterday that were not the right aspect ratio. And then overnight, the person who made this for me did send me amended versions, but I had no time this morning to set it up. So sadly, we don't have the frog emote in place for today's stream. Sorry. But we will have it maybe later today. Let's see if I have enough time between the streams here to sit down and get it in there, load it in there. All right, then we'll get it going. All right, so it sucks. Sorry, I really wanted to have it, but you know that's what happens. That's life. But the new frog emote should be added sooner rather than later. All right, even as early as over the course of today. Okay. Outside of that, not much else. I mean, what's funny is, exactly as I predicted, all the hype and stuff over my tweets that happened last week has now died down. And as I predicted, I pretty much didn't get much positive attention on my content at all from it, because, like I said, those tweets that I sent out are considered drama tweets. All right, and even though they went viral and it gave me some very positive, you know, spin for a few days, which was great. I like that because I almost never get the positive stuff tossed my way. The people who are into that stuff are not into watching gameplay streams and they're not into watching gameplay videos, and just kind of, you know, shrugging because I knew that. Like, if I were a YouTube drama content creator, I'm sure I could have spun that whole situation into a gravy train of attention. I could have made drama videos and people would have started to watch them and maybe I would have taken off on YouTube. But the thing is, that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. You guys know who I am. I am a lifelong gamer. I'm someone who for the last 11 years has really enjoyed sharing my gameplay experiences with all of you on a daily basis. It was a rarity that I even would have went out of my way to do a couple tweets like that. And they just kind of were the right place, right time kind of a deal. And I'm happy that positivity came from it, but it's not anything that really positively affected me at all when it comes to my streams or my work. So it is what it is, you know? So I think at this point now, we can kind of just, you know, move on from it and go from there. All right? So that's that. Like, I don't even think there's a reason, unless something else comes up at this point. I don't think there's necessarily a reason to bring it up again. You know, I'll be keeping a close eye on things. Let's put it that way. I'll be keeping a close eye on some of the people who treated me really badly over the years and go from there. You know, if another situation arises, maybe I'll make another tweet, but that's not what I'm all about. You know, we're just back to business as usual. Okay? All right, everyone. So, that's that. One final thing, like I said, we are very close to hitting our subscriber goal. Last night we were at 497 subs. Sadly, I couldn't get the last 3 in there. And now, sadly, it looks like we're dipping in subs. Reason being, more than likely a month ago, you know, near the end of the month, was Mortal Kombat 11. Well, actually, I'm looking at the middle. Actually, okay, I know what happened. I came back from my trip. I know exactly what happened. So, last month, I came back from my trip to Connecticut around this time. I'm looking right now at the calendar. And it was actually a month ago that I got back from Connecticut. And I did my big recap stream explaining everything that had happened in Connecticut with my marriage and everything. And we got a bunch of subs at that time. So now a lot of those subs are expiring. And that's why we're dipping in subs today. That's exactly what's going on. So, that's what's going on. But we're very close, guys. All right, we are very close from hitting the sub goal for the month. We're only 15 subs away right now. It may dip even more. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we can hit this goal today, guys. With the Rage 2, we're going to have a few more people on stream than usual, a new release. Please consider subscribing to the channel to make the sub goal get hit. And what is the sub goal? Well, the sub goal is the return of the retrospective marathon event, where for an entire day of streaming, we'll be going back down memory lane over my 11 years as a history as a content creator, and we'll be watching back a lot of stuff. It could be gameplay, it could be vlogging, it could be series like DSP Tries It or Cooking with the King. It could be behind the scenes videos, it could be, you know, anything, game reviews. You know, so much stuff that I've done over the years, and I know that a lot of it would be quite entertaining to watch back and hear my, you know, my reactions and commentary and behind the scenes kind of deal, intel on all of that stuff. I've done it 3 times before, and every single time people have told me they love this event and they want to see it happen again. Okay? So please consider subbing. Please consider subscribing to the channel so that we can hit the sub goal today and lock it in that this event will happen. Because the bottom line is, the sooner the better. If we lock it in today, I would be fine with maybe accepting suggestions over the next couple of weeks and maybe even doing the event at the end of this month or early June. That would be awesome, because I actually want to do the event that badly. But I got to stick to my guns. We got to hit the sub goal to do it, okay? Okay. All right, so outside of that, that's about it for my housekeeping stuff. Let's now move on to the plugs segment. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for 11 awesome years of being able to share my gameplay experiences with you over the internet. Although, quite frankly, things have very much changed over the years with the way that I provide to you my content. Being that there have been ups and downs, and you know, everyone knows how YouTube has changed over the years. And I basically had to abandon YouTube full-time in 2017 and instead become a full-time streamer here on Twitch to keep things going. And that's perfectly fine. I enjoy what I do for a living. I actually like the interactivity here more than I ever really liked doing the on-demand videos on YouTube. And it's great. I have a lot of fun with it, and I hope that you guys like the content that I put out as well. All right. Now, that being said, I now primarily rely on crowdfunding support from all of you to keep things going. I can't rely on YouTube ad revenue anymore because it plummeted down into the gutter and it's not enough to pay for anything anymore. So it's really all about the streams and about you guys contributing because you like my content. So, all that being said, your contributions keep these daily live streams going and keep the long-form on-demand videos on YouTube going as well. So, if you do like my stuff, please consider contributing in one of the methods that I'm about to mention. The first would be Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Your monthly pledges earn you perks over there. And I'm not going to really go into detail. It's all explained over there. Give it a look, okay? Thanks to anyone who is a current patron or is considering becoming a new one. Number 2, there's my Teespring store, where you can buy all kinds of fun merchandise, including primarily t-shirts, but there's also things like sweatshirts and hoodies and mugs and all kinds of other stuff. Anything you buy there helps me out, so thanks and give it a look. But if you're here live on the stream, which indeed many of you are, I know some of you are watching this on demand on YouTube, but most of you are probably here live on the stream. And you would like to contribute during the stream and get a shout out during the stream for your contributions. Well, you can do that. All right. You can either cheer with bits or subscribe to the channel, or you could tip me. And all those methods are great, and thank you very much to anyone who considers doing them. I will give you a shout out for any of those. Keep in mind what I say and do on my stream is subjective. I have to abide by Twitch's rules as well as try to keep the stream on the rails, so to speak. So, for example, talking about politics or religion or drama or detractor memes and content and all kinds of negative stuff is not going to happen. We're going to try to keep it in line with what I'm doing on the stream and have a chill, fun gameplay experience, okay? I have a stream stats leaderboard at the top of the screen that I update for top cheerer and top tipper of the day, which is great. And in addition to that, I also have a cheering leaderboard at the top of the stream chat, which will update automatically for those who actually contribute. Okay, so very nice. Lots of ways for you to get extra recognition for your contributions. I've already explained the subs and everything and how that's going with the sub goal. I will update the sub count periodically. In fact, I'll do it right before the end of this pre-stream so we know how we're doing in relation to the sub goal. But ladies and gentlemen, being very honest with all of you, okay, the best way that you can help me right now is to tip me. By tipping me, you are basically helping me out because I am overdrawn on my bank account. I just got the notification. It happened again basically twice this week where you guys tip me, I put money in, it pays bills, and then it overdraws. And then you guys tip me, I put money in, it pays bills, and it overdraws again. This sucks because I'm in a bad situation. You know, I'm about to get paid by Twitch within a couple days here, but even that's going to be low because I wasn't here streaming for a week in April. So I'm basically in a situation where I'm really strapped for cash. Any contributions you guys help, but right now tipping me would help me the most. So please consider tipping me, okay? 2 ways to tip me. Below the stream, there's a tips jar button you can click on, or you can just type !tip into the stream chat. Either way takes you to my PayPal tips page. A couple things about tipping me. Number 1, you can be anonymous. You don't have to put your name in a message if you don't so choose, and that way you'll protect your identity if you're afraid, oh God, if I contribute to Phil or, I get harassed by trolls. Well, if you do it anonymously, you won't be. Number 2, you do not need a PayPal account to tip me. You can use a debit or credit card. So please consider it. That is the best way to contribute. I mean, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Any contributions today are much appreciated, but that will help me the most. Okay? All right. Now let's get to shout-outs for those who have actually contributed. All right. So far on today's stream, I just clicked something by accident. Shit. Okay. So first of all, overnight we had a few contributions. We start off with Poopster420, who cheered and said, Phil, I'm a bit late, but I just watched your defense against slander. I'm glad that you made that video. You are treated so unfairly. Personally, I think you've grown into one of the most mature content creators. Thank you very much, Poopster. Although I will openly admit that usually when I play a game like a fighting game online or something like that, I'll rage because the online connectivity is shit. But outside of that, you're absolutely right. I do feel I've grown as a content creator. I don't do the immature stuff I used to do that a lot of people still to this day try to give me shit for. Phil made a bad joke 9 years ago. Yeah. Okay, what's your point, right? But some people just can't let go of the past. So, yeah, if you guys didn't see what Poopster's talking about, that video is live on DSPGaming right now. It's the highlighted video, actually, that I've got on there for returning subscribers. And basically, it was about 2 hours the other night where I kind of went through my history as a content creator and all the slander that's been tossed against me over the years that's completely unsubstantiated. And I outlined all the bullshit and basically said, these are things people hate me for that are just memes that people got over, getting cheap pops or getting popularity, proliferating these memes that were not true. And they've slandered my character, and it sucks because I can't get new people to watch my stuff anymore, because of this. So hopefully now that I have a little bit of a positive light on me for the past couple of days, that was the opportunity to kind of address this stuff. And I think it went well overall. So, yeah, give it a look. It's on DSPGaming right now. Okay. Golden Colts cheered 4 times. Thank you very much, Golden Colts, for the overnight cheers. Now for people who contributed during today's stream, we actually start off with PS4 Pro is weak, who was our first tipper of today with a $2 tip. And they said, I managed to avoid watching other streamers play Rage 2, so now I'm pumped for your stream. Well, that sounds good. PS4 Pro is weak. I have not, seen anyone play it. All I saw was basically the stuff that was advertisement for it on, like, Twitter. How they promoted stuff, promoted tweets and stuff like that. But I have not actually seen any, like, raw gameplay or anything, so this will be, cold turkey going into it. Let's see how it is. Okay? All right. Rob tipped me $20. And he says, so ready to chill with you tonight, dude. Hashtag rage. Thank you, Rob. You are the top tipper for the day right now. Thank you very much for that. Makes us up to $22 in tips so far today. And yeah, I'm excited too. I hope it's good. I mean, if it's at least as good as the original Rage, it'll be okay. If it's better than the original Rage, that's good. But I'm hoping that it excels because I really do like, innovative first-person shooters. And with both Doom and Wolfenstein both being pretty good franchises right now for id, I hope this will be another good third one because it's been so long since the first Rage. But I guess we'll have to see. Okay, so Infinite55 gifted a sub to the New Face of Creation. Congrats to the New Face, and thank you, Infinite, for the support. Leonardo DiCaprio tipped me $1 and says, I've been playing both Rage 2 and A Plague Tale for 5 hours each so far, and I'm surprised at how good A Plague Tale is and how underwhelming I think Rage 2 is. Expected the opposite. The pop-in for Rage 2 is disgusting. It can't even hold 60 frames per second. Well, are you surprised? Let's be very honest here. Are you actually surprised that in the modern era of game development, we have another game that does not perform well? It seems like this is par for the course. I don't know why this is, but it just seems like recently, games just, like, this is what I've been saying about, oh, the big announcement, the PS5 is going to be coming in a couple of years. I'm like, and the PS4 didn't run games well. Game developers were not able to utilize the PS4 or PS4 Pro hardware to the point where games seemed like they were optimized. What the hell makes you think that the PS5 is going to be any different? It doesn't matter what hardware you run something on if the software doesn't utilize it. And I really feel this console generation, game devs did not utilize the hardware properly. They were more concerned with popping out cookie-cutter games that were not bang for your buck, but instead just repetitive grind fests that followed a mold that they knew people liked and or was already popular, and all they did it for was to pump out a paycheck, not to actually make a game that was worthwhile, a game that was a work of art, a game that is going to remain in your memory for a lengthy period of time. Instead, it was games as a business instead of games as a form of creative entertainment. And the bottom line is that's bad, Last console gen, I actually feel that, the Xbox 360, PS3 era had a lot of innovation and a lot of kind of advancement in the gaming industry, and this generation, we did not see that. So with you telling me Rage 2 doesn't perform well, I kind of like, yeah, I completely believe you, and I'm not surprised. And I think it needs to change. Why is it that twice a year or 3 times a year we can get absolutely outstanding games. Like last year, the game that really stands out in my mind last year was God of War. That game had almost no bugs. The game had a ton of content, beautiful visuals, no issues with the graphics whatsoever, an amazing story, great voice acting. Like everything was on burning on all cylinders, right? So why can we get a game like that, but then you get 500 other Rush games that run like shit? You see what I mean? So it does suck if this is the truth that Rage 2 performs poorly, but I guess it's just something we have to get used to at this point. But anyway, thank you for the tip, Leonardo DiCaprio. Abigail Rayfinger did 125-bit cheer. That actually makes Abigail the first cheer of the day. Let's get him up on the leaderboard here. There we go. Infinite55 did another sub, this time to Bomber Harris. Do it again. Thank you very much, Infinite, for the support there. Congrats, Bomber. Middle Class Liberal Softy has resubscribed for 12 months. That is a full year of support. Thank you very much to Middle Class Liberal Softy for the support. Egg Gangster is cheers. Says happy 1 month anniversary to you and Mrs. Brunel. Thank you very much. It was actually the 10th of April that we got married. So technically our anniversary was a few days ago, but thank you very much. Leonardo DiCaprio, Part 2, has tipped me $1 and says, A Plague Tale is one of those very heavily narrative-driven games with stealth gameplay, puzzles, and some action sequences. I'm surprised at how good the plot is so far. Definitely a better investment over Rage 2 if you're looking for a more polished game. All right, again, as I said earlier on in this pre-stream, I would consider playing it if, number one, throughout the course of this week I can raise enough funds to afford it, and number two, if people want to see it, and, we get to this weekend and there's time for it. Definitely I would consider doing it. If it's something unique and interesting, maybe I'll check it out. Okay? All right. Infinite gifted another sub, this time to Lipjan. So congrats to Lipjan, and again, thank you very much, Infinite. I appreciate that. Hank. What's up, Hank? He tipped me $10. This is all ready for Rage 2. Hope it'll be at least as good as the original Rage. Me too. I mean, for me, knowing that the original Rage was underwhelming makes me kind of skeptical about Rage 2. It does. But at least if this game can be as good as the original Rage, I feel that it'll at least be a decent outing. The reason is, we haven't had many good first-person shooters at all. We've had a shortage, in my opinion, of good first-person shooters as of late. And so, just having any first-person shooter that's decent is better than nothing, in my opinion. So, hopefully this game at least, it could be seen as an average game. You know what I mean? I guess we'll see together today. Agent 1502 has resubscribed for 6 months. Thank you for 6 months of support, earning yourself the Golden Crown chat badge. This has been a fan since Fallout 3. I support you wholeheartedly in your life, and I hope you have a fantastic life with Cat. Thank you very much, Agent. I appreciate that. Frat Layton has subscribed to the channel for 5 months. Thank you, Frat Layton, for the subscription. Egg Gangster did a couple more cheers. He says, the trolls have taken so many opportunities from you. It's so wrong. You would be a household name without the slander. Well, at one point, at the beginning of the heyday of YouTube gamers, I was one of the household names when it came to YouTube gamers. Now, back then, it was a much different situation. You didn't have to have 1 million subs to be popular on YouTube. You just didn't. I had videos that were getting hundreds of thousands of views, and I probably had like 100 to 150,000 subs. And I was well known across YouTube as one of the biggest gaming YouTubers. But that was a much smaller deal. Now people have blown up to the point where it's insane. Ninja and PewDiePie are kind of household names when you think about it. But there's no doubt that if in 2012 there wasn't this negative turn against me because of the memes and the slander and things like this is how you don't play, definitely I would have grown and been even bigger. But it is what it is. History is history, as they say. And I made the best of what's happened over the last 7 years, and I'm still here, and I'm happy for that. So, Egg Gangster cheered again, and he says, what game could you love to see that hasn't been made before? See, here's the thing, Egg Gangster, that's tough to say, because if it hasn't been made before, how do you even know it's good? Or, I'm not one of these people who could sit down and probably brainstorm an insanely original idea for a video game. I don't think so, but I'm sure there are people out there who can brainstorm that stuff. They're just not doing it, or they're not being allowed to do it because the game studios want to put out games that are tried and true moneymakers. Keep pumping out the same fucking game 700 times. And then they don't understand when a game like Fallout 76 or Anthem comes out, why it doesn't sell. It doesn't sell because it's the same fucking game we've already played and we don't want to play it again. Oh, by the way, your game's an unfinished, buggy fucking mess that you rushed out to make money rather than make a good game. So, that's what. But I don't know. I don't know a gangster. I wish I could tell you that I'm not really a creative type and, you know, I'm not that kind of person who would be able to sit down and say, I'm going to make a game from scratch and here's my crazy, zany, off-the-wall idea. So there you go. So a few things. Number one, let's check on sub count. Did it go up or did it even fall further? Well, we're at 486. So we're basically on the precipice of being able to do the sub goal for this month. Okay, guys? So please, again, consider subscribing to the channel. I forgot to mention the benefits. Number one, you get access to over 30 emotes, including, hopefully coming today, the new custom frog emote everyone's been asking for. Number two, you don't have to watch advertisements when I take ad breaks. And number three, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a sub. All right? You get all those benefits. So please consider, looking or subbing to the channel. It will help everything out. And hopefully we can hit the sub goal. All right. Hodor Tar just cheered. He says, Rage 2 is a flashy demo looking perfect for trailers, but lacking any immersion and variety in the open world. Refund today and get Plague Tale instead. No, I'm not going to refund today. First of all, you can't refund digital games anyway. And, again, I'm looking for something different. We haven't played a first-person shooter in quite a long time because there haven't been any. So, at the very least, even if it's just average, it'll at least be refreshing to be doing something different. So, Real Talk Mod Me has gifted a sub to Egg Gangster. So, congrats to Egg Gangster. I'm becoming the newest subscriber. And, thank you, Real Talk Mod Me, for the support. Appreciate that. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and do shout-outs for the top cheerers of the week so far. Now, we're very early in the week. It's only Tuesday. Alright. But let's go ahead and give shout-outs to the top cheerers. And then what we're going to do is get ready. Alright, so top 10 cheers of the week so far. We actually have a tie, triple tie, for 8th place between Joe, Timbo Slice, and Dope Soap. So thanks to all of you. In 7th place, we got Mr. Papavera. 6th place, Insomniatic Meat. 5th place goes to Golden Colts. 4th place goes to Vote Democrat. 3rd place goes to Egg Gangster. 2nd place, Dankest Dave. And in 1st place so far, Big Boy Abides. Thanks, everyone, for your contributions so far early on in the week. And, looking forward to interacting with all of you over the course of this coming week, now that we're on to a new one. Okay? Sound good? All right, I think we've pretty much covered all the bases for the pre-stream. Just one final reminder for anyone who might have just shown up. Please, if you're looking to support me today, tipping me is the best way to do it. I really need your help right now because I am 100% strapped for cash, and tipping me helps me the most, so please consider tipping me on the stream. I do appreciate any contributions, but tipping is the best right now. Okay? All right.